welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I gotta tell you, there's some mornings when the music starts for the intro, and in the words of, was it Drake? Turn my headphones up. we pumped it. We pumped it this morning. And I don't know if it's because I'm just excited to talk about basketball or it's because I'm running on fumes because listen, it's hard to go to sleep after watching a game like that. Like I was just like jerked, you know what I'm saying? I was like ready to go. But I'm excited to talk about last night's action. We had two somewhat exciting games, somewhat, I would say. Who do we got this morning? Sneeps. Listen, Sneeps, good luck in your final. Good luck. Fernandez, I appreciate this comment more than you would ever know. Fernandez says, here for the thumbs up, can't deal with the pain again. Call me a front runner, call me a coward, but at the end of the day, it's always suck it, Stan loves. Everyone else has a good day. Have a good day. Corey Gibbard, I like this energy that this Lakers fan is bringing in. It's like, I don't trust a 3-1 lead. I don't trust it. Snoopaloop letting us know it's National Lost Sock Memorial Day. That's good. Stubbs is here. Brent's here. Who else we got? Andre, Orion, Cameron, good morning. Jared in the house. Let's go. Veronica, hot and her. Badavine's here. Who else? We got Borland. We got the common man. Airplane mode. Federico, good morning. We the people's up in here. Andor. Who else? T-Man, we got you. We got you. Homies is here. Mike, good afternoon over in Europe. Zach is here. Well, LeBroner. There you go. There you go, Zach. Lonnie in the fourth for the dub, right? Joe, good morning. Listen, a lot of stuff happening. We are going to get into both of those games, but in honor of, I don't know, how many of you who have been Team Holt fans here for a little bit, when Lonnie was going off, were you just out there being like, Lonnie Walker? Were you guys doing that? Were you guys out there saying Lonnie Walker? I know I was at midnight Eastern time. That's what I was doing. But like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put hashtag Lonnie into the chat. And we'll give a little something away here towards the end of the game. End of the game. God, is this a show? At the end of the show, we'll give something away. Oh, there's ESPN. There we go. Hashtag Lonnie. So like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Lonnie. I'll also let you guys know too. We have we're doing a little Twitter giveaway over on our Team Hold account. The same energy that we brought to Nuggets and Suns, we're now bringing to Celtics and Sixers, except we upped it a little bit. So we got a Tatum debut, a Brown debut, an Embiid debut, and a Harden debut, hashtag Hardon, that we're giving away to the hashtag community. Oh, yeah. Borland said that was the first thing I thought. Like, it's going to be Walker Chalk. Yeah, Lonnie Walker Chalk. Lonnie Walker. Yeah, that's great. I love that you guys are feeling it. Good to see everybody here this morning, though. I think we just get into it, right? Well, actually, no, before. Reminder, any of you HBO Barry fans, the Barry boys were back last night. We talked about the last 2 episodes of Barry, so that'll be up in podcast form in an hour or so. But if you want to watch the live stream with Steve and I, check that out. Tonight, I don't know. Are the playback bros back for Game 5 tonight? Steve, are you dusting off the playback streams? We might have some Celtics Sixers tonight for Game 5. Shout out Weisberg and the crew who did last night's late game of Warriors and Lakers. And then, NBA show Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? We're out here grinding. Willis says the NBA has no shame calling the Celtics Lakers finals already. Yeah, I know, right? Hashtag rigged. It's scripted. You guys should rename the HBO stream to the Discussing Brothers. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good, Dan. All right, need to mainline a little bit more caffeine. There we go. All right, Steve says playback will be tonight, so get excited. All right, let's just get into the game last night. So we're going to start Warriors, Lakers, and then we'll go Bing Bong Boys and the Heat. Both series now 3-1. This was, I don't know. I'm curious how everyone else feels if you watch the game live. It felt like the Warriors were going to win that game. Which I think makes that loss that much more devastating. I mean, of course, they went down 3-1, and I said this yesterday. I don't think they can win. This team isn't as good as the other teams. Like, I don't think they can win 3 in a row against this Lakers team. But I don't know. It was really weird. We said this on the show. I mean, we weren't the only people to have this take, but we knew that the ball was going to be in Steph's hands like way more this game. And I know that that's not how the Warriors like to play basketball, but they were just like, Steph, let's go pick and roll. And Steph was cooking and carving the whole time, putting AD in the pick and roll. They went a little bit smaller, which I thought was going to happen too, but I thought it was going to be Jordan Poole starting. And instead, it was my man Gary. I'm going to up Chuck Payton. And he did. He threw up immediately in his mouth. It's one of the more disgusting replays I've ever seen. Threw up in his mouth, ran to the locker room, maybe threw a little Listerine, and then came back in. I think the common assumption was that he went and pooped himself, and it wasn't. It was a Vom City. But yeah, I thought they were going to go with Poole, and they went with Payton, and it looked like it helped them defensively. And also Payton, they were like outscoring them in the paint. Payton was lighting them up on the, like Steph was dipping and diving in the pick and roll, giving it to people down low, whether it was Payton or Wiggins or Draymond. And it just seemed like this is what they were going to do. And it was very effective. I forget the exact stat, but it was a handful of times. Like it was almost every time down, they were running the pick and roll. They were getting AD in the pick and roll, getting him out of the paint, and then carving him up. And then in the second half, they just didn't do it. They stopped doing it. And there's a couple of different things. Like maybe Steph was tired. It definitely seemed like he was a little tired with his jumper late. Like they couldn't buy a 3-pointer. But it was kind of weird to watch them go away from the thing that was clearly so effective in the first half. And then we can just talk about like their fourth quarter executions. Like, I don't know if Steve Kerr, I don't even want to blame Steve Kerr, but I don't know if the Warriors were watching the Celtics late game execution. They were like, what if we try that? Cause it was a nightmare down the stretch. Let's hit some of the data, the statistical analysis. AD was a monster in the first half. And then he was like, I think I'm going to sit out the second half. He finished the game with 23 and 15. I believe he had 19 at, I think he had 19 at half, finished with 23 and 15, had 3 steals, 2 assists. LeBron had 27, 9, and 6. LeBron felt like pretty methodical and just calculate. I mean, of course, it was LeBron calculated. Austin Reeves with 21. But the story was Lonnie Walker the fourth, going for 15 all in the fourth quarter. And I don't know, like it seemed like everyone else smoked weed and Lonnie was like, what if I did coke though? He just seemed way faster. He seemed just like a bottle rocket zipping around, scored all of his points in the fourth quarter. And honestly was the difference maker, right? Because you weren't getting anything from AD. I mean, the fact that like Vanderbilt only played 11 minutes, D'Lo played 31 minutes, but kind of sat out the rest of the game, the fourth, and Walker just cooked, man. And that was the difference maker. That and the Warriors just shooting ass. So the Warriors took 41 threes and hit 12 of them. They shot under 30%. They turned the ball over 16 times. Draymond with 5 of them. Steph finished with a triple-double. He had 31, 14, and 10. Gary Payton, again, he got the start, played 23 minutes. He had 15 points. Dude, Clay had 9 points, 3 for 11 from the field, 3 for 9 from 3. AD was mad on D. Y'all are one-dimensional. Okay. I mean, J Bus, why were we mad about that? I didn't even, all I said was AD didn't do anything in the second half offensively. Yeah, he was great on defense. AD was getting cooked on defense until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, those last few possessions, whew. Draymond had 8, 10, and 7, which is like a normal Draymond game, but the 5 turnovers hurt them. Wiggins had 17, and then Jordan Poole played 10 minutes, -6 in those 10 minutes. He had 2 turnovers, 0 points. Like Jordan Poole, we'll talk about him a little bit more later. Looney only played 11 minutes, DiVincenzo 15, and then Moody was like their best bench guy. Moody was great off the bench. Honestly, I feel like Moody should be playing 25 minutes a game at this rate. But yeah, like down the fourth quarter, right? So they move away from the pick and roll, and then down the stretch, right? So they blow the lead because Lonnie Walker's like, right? Walker's going crazy. And they get a couple of shots here down the stretch. So Steph gets AD on the switch, and he had him on the switch this entire game. And every time he had him on the switch, he just kind of go by him and then find the open guy. And this time he puts the clampies on, and Steph takes like a step back, 1 foot fall away jumper that is too strong. Draymond gets out there, gets the board, finds Steph one more time. There's still plenty of time to make, and again, only down 1. And then Steph takes like a sidestep 38 footer that never really had a shot. So they missed that. They foul. They give up 2 free throws. They get another shot at trying to tie the game now. So now they're down 3. The inbound play was to Draymond, who Draymond kind of like cuts towards the basket with the ball. And we've seen them do this play a couple of times, right? Where he gets right around the rim, like into the paint, and then kind of throws a whip around pass that's either going to hit somebody at the angle, kind of like what Marcus Smart missed wide open in regulation, or find somebody in the corner like a Clay or something. And instead, Draymond was like, what if I just give this to the Lakers? And then that's what happens. He turns it over. However, the Warriors tie up the ball, which I don't know if they really, that was a quick jump. But AD jumps against, I think it was Wiggins. And then Steph just kind of skies for the rebound, grabs it, falls to the ground. And then it's like he watched what Giannis did when Giannis didn't want to get fouled in that Miami series. And he was like, what if I just toss it out of bounds? And that's what he did. And I want to give TST some credit. He was DMing this morning. I forgot the Warriors had a timeout there. So Steph grabs the board with like, I don't know, 1.9, 2.1, something like that seconds left. I mean, he didn't call the timeout. And I'm going to step on TST's take. Hopefully TST does a short or tweet about this. And this is a great take. This is a brilliant take by TST. Does Steph have it in the back of his mind that he called timeout when they didn't have one? Remember that in the Kings series in round 1? I just don't. How did he not take that timeout there? And I think I'm more surprised that like the whole Warriors team before the jump, right? Because you have this like moment of like, is it a jump? It's going to be a jump. All right, who's jumping? And then like they how did the conversation not happen? Like, hey fellas, if we get the board, call time. Tesla saying apparently Steve Kerr said he was trying to call it, but why isn't everybody trying to call it? Everybody should like Steph should be on the ground like this, like everybody should be screaming timeout. I don't understand how that didn't happen. Anyways, Steph throws it out of bounds, and that's game. Blouses. Lakers go up 3-1. They're going to the Bay, down by the Bay, up 3-1. And that's a wrap, man. I feel like they probably lose game 5. I would like to think the Warriors show some pride, win at home. They go back to LA, and then that's a wrap. That would be my guess anyways. And listen, the Lakers, J-Bus said should not have. I thought the jump ball call was so fast. I was surprised they called it. That seemed to be a drama call. But let's give the Lakers credit, dude. So AD playing on ESPN, and now I came and muted. Okay. I mean, AD has been one of the best players in this series. LeBron, I feel like we haven't gotten peak LeBron, and they've still been winning. Their role players have been playing good. You got 21 points from Austin Reeves. You got 15 in the fourth from Lonnie Walker. I mean, everybody's like stepping up in their own way. Did you take a look at the Dogs prediction on Twitter? Yeah. Yeah, that was great. The dog is running hot. The dog is running hot on Twitter. I actually saw it on the Tiki-Taki. A couple other things. There's a Clay with, I don't know if the Warriors were up 1 or down 1 at this point. Maybe it was even a tie game or something like that. It's probably like just under 2 minutes left. And they're bringing the ball up, and Steph gives it to Clay on the angle. And Clay has 2 guys on him, and he just chucks it. It was a terrible shot. I don't know if he was just like, I want to get involved. It was a heat check. It's weird to have a heat check when you haven't started heating up yet. And you can see Steve Kerr. There's a couple of clips where you can see Kerr in the background just kind of like throwing his hands up in the air, being like, fucking kidding me, man. How is this a shot that you're getting right now? But it felt very, I don't know. J-Bus, I know you're a Lakers fan. I know we got some more Lakers fans in the chat. Did that feel like, I don't know. It felt like the Warriors were supposed to win that game. Or not that they were supposed to win that game. It felt like they blew that game. That's no disrespect to the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers were tough. They kept it close when it could have slipped away. They played defense in the fourth quarter when they needed to most, but it felt like a game that the Warriors blew. But listen, the 7th seed, the team that we were joking was going to get Wembayama because they were falling apart. And they didn't. Yeah, J-Bus, this is probably the right take. I know Stan Van Gundy brought this up too. I mean, 12 for 41 from 3, 29%. One that typically doesn't happen to the Warriors. They don't usually shoot that bad. But they, that's the difference right there. A couple of those go down. It's a completely different story. We have to talk about Jordan Poole a little bit. That contract, I mean, talk about like just buying sour milk, right? It's not like you've had this. It's not like you had the milk for a while and you didn't use it and then it went bad. This was like you bought it and you're like, why don't you check the expiration date, Mike? You should have checked that before you purchased it because you bought sour milk. And that's what this contract is looking like. I mean, what's he? Your fourth most expensive guy on the team, and he played 10 minutes in a series. Yeah, I mean, he's been brutal this entire postseason. I want to pull up his basketball reference. I mean, he was kind of bad I mean, he wasn't. He was. His minutes were limited in last year's postseason run, and I think I was harsher on him because I just didn't. I felt like he couldn't trust him in on the defensive side of things, so he's getting played off the court. But the part of that was like his offense was so good that it was like, all right, this is a question. But now it's not like it's bad. It is bad. Let's go look at his playoff stats here for a second. So last season, right? This is his second postseason. Last postseason, he played in 22 of the games. He started 5 of them. He averaged 27 minutes per game, and he went for 17 points, 3 dimes, a couple boards, and he shot almost 40% from 3, and he shot 50% from the field. This postseason, he's played in 11 games so far. He started 4 of them. He has averaged 10 points, so a 7-point drop-off. Same assist and rebound, actually. He went from shooting 40% from 3 to 27% from 3, 50% from the field to 34% from the field. He is averaging just in barely any minutes, right? He's averaging just over a turnover a game. And I agree. His defense, I would say his defensive liability and his decision making has just been, I mean, he's just out of control. It's just out of control. Yeah, game 1, great till the worst play of the game. Yeah, he just, I don't know. I don't know what the Warriors do moving forward. Like, I think, listen, they got out of the first round as a 6 seed against a very tough Kings opponent that I know everyone was long to give Kings any credit for what they were doing. But this is a problem. This is a problem for the Warriors moving forward. Now, who knows? Maybe they win game 5 and all of a sudden now game 6, the narrative changes of like, well, all the pressure's back on LA. If you lose game 6, we're going back to Golden State. Bigger bust is Veronica Poole hero. I guess like we should be fair that this is too quick to turn around and call him a bust, right? Like one season. And I thought Tyler Hero had some moments, right? I thought Hero had some moments. I feel like I'd rather have Hero than Poole right now. And I think people forget like Jordan Poole got punched by like the leader on the team at the beginning of the season. And I don't know like how that builds chemistry, maybe that is a problematic. And like maybe now that we are further away from what happened and we like can after they get eliminated in the postseason, we can take a look and actually like have a watchful eye and be like, hey, maybe this was bad, man. Maybe this was bad vibes the whole way around. I don't know. They're in a tough spot. The Lakers, however, are not. Up 3-1. They have a chance to close out in Golden State, which that would be like seriously, because man, I'm just sorry. I'm a little scatterbrained now, but now I'm thinking how every podcast a week ago, probably myself included, was like, wow, Steph Curry jumping up rungs, just rungs over best player of all time, right? Just like top 15, top 13, top 10 now, right? And then what if he takes out LeBron? Oh my God, rivalry renewed. And now what we're looking at is LeBron and the Lakers maybe going to Golden State and ending a dynasty. Yeah. All right. JJL said, are we already facing the pain of the Heat versus Lakers final? I couldn't be less impressed by any other contender. Yeah, it does feel like we're going to get the double bubble, right? It looks like we're going to get another rebub. God, I hope not. I hope not for lots of reasons, just because Stan loves. We'd have to hear from Stans forever. Hey, real quick, let's remind the people here. Well, that's actually a good pivot. Let's go take a look at we'll take a look at the Eastern Conference, but real quick, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Lonnie for Lonnie Walker, and then we'll give some stuff. give some stuff away here at the end. I'm going to do a quick mental health check. Let's regroup here before we go on to game number 2 of the night. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. I forget what the odds were, Tesla. I remember them feeling like they were too high just because I like the public bets on the Lakers, right? So I wasn't really going after it. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason to think that they're not. I mean, they're going to be one of 2 teams left in the West, right? So like clearly, I think the Lakers are going to be my Warriors this postseason. And what I mean by that is last season, I just like refused to believe in the Warriors. And that's kind of how I feel about this. Like this series, I'm like, man, Denver and Phoenix is just going to wash whoever they play. But maybe not. Bergman said, I feel like Steph faces point guard bias. Point guards don't get enough love in the top players all-time combo. Steph is almost certainly my pick for point guard on all-time. I think I would still take Magic Johnson ahead of Steph. I feel like Magic's still above Steph. But I mean, Steph's up there. I don't even think he faces that bias. I mean, everybody was talking about that. Everybody was like, oh, is he a top 5 of all time? Everybody was talking about that last week. JJ Redick, Tim Legler, Bill Simmons, Ryan Russillo, everybody. So I don't even think he faces that bias anymore. And I don't even think this series hurts their legacy, right? Like, I mean, whatever, dude. They've won 4 chips. I mean, they changed basketball. They went on a dynastic run, if you will. So I don't even think that's that bad. But it was just funny to hear everybody talk about that. And then LeBron was like, hey, wait a second. Remember me? Do you remember? All right, let's go to the second game. The Bing Bong Boys took a bing bong dump. They were very bad. And they seemed like, I tweeted this out, they were rebounding like they were the team down. The Heat were rebounding like they were the team down 2-1. The Knicks just zero effort, man. Julius Randle, who's more disappointing this season? Julius Randle in the playoffs or Jericho Sims in the dunk contest? Like, I don't understand. That level of energy, what was going on. And it was from tip to top. I don't know, from tip to tape. It was just all game long. So Heat win 109-101, and it didn't feel that close. It felt like they won by 30. Randle finished the game with 20 and 9. Shot 8 for 13, fouled out. Like, so stat wise, you're like, oh, not a bad game. Not a bad game for Randle. I disagree. I think it was a bad game. Brunson had a solid game. He had 32 and 11, 32 and 11 and 4. He also almost fouled out. Then you got RJ Barrett who gave 24. Oh yeah, you guys need, regular season Randle. My bad. Asleep at the wheel over here. Hold on.
Regular season Randle.
Yeah, sorry guys. I was behind there. Yeah, Randle was bad. RJ had 24. Quentin Grimes got the start with IQ out, put Josh Hart to the bench. Josh Hart was ass. Josh Hart played 22 minutes, 4 points, 6 fouls. Grimes hit a couple of threes in there, but yeah, the Knicks were bad. On the Miami side of things, oh wait, hold on. They also shot 32% from 3, 9 for 28. It was surprised they only took 28, but 9 for 28. And then 16 turnovers. The Heat, on the other hand, they had 12 turnovers. They shot 33% from 3. Jimmy Butler had 27 and 10 with 6 boards. Bam had 20. Bam had a solid game. It's 2 good games for Bam in a row. We don't usually see that. He had 23 and 13. Max the Struces Loose had another hot first quarter. He had 16. And then Kyle Lowry had 15 off the bench, and then Caleb with 10 points off the bench. Veronica said, am I wrong? Knicks fans are the worst fans? No, they are not the worst fans. Knicks fans are passionate. They care about their team so much. I refuse to give them worse. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for Knicks fans. So I don't think they're the worst. I understand you're a Miami fan, so you have extra bias involved in there. I don't think they're the worst. Merkamai says we need to update the price on this Top Shot moment. You know what? But they're all $1. Everything's $1. So there's no even worth doing it. Did regular season Randle call out his team during the playoffs? Yeah. Knicks are bad, man. Knicks, they're falling apart. I mean, you could tell they were down bad because I saw Jack Settleman, shout out Jack Settleman, the Kentucky Derby winner. He tweeted out basically like we need to get to Evan Fournier. And I was like, that's how down bad they are. They're like, what if Evan Fournier was in there? Rough stuff. So the Heat are now up 3-1. They come back to New York Wednesday, tomorrow night, game 5, right? Is that game 5? Yeah, game 5. For a chance to close it out and move to the Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to have a 7. We're on pace. I shouldn't say it's done. We're on pace to have a 7 seed and an 8 seed in the conference finals. Really crazy stuff. Merkmeister says, as a Warriors fan, I acknowledge we're near the bottom of the fandom tier list. I don't even think that's the case. I don't know. I'm trying to think of to me, the worst fans are the ones that like Utah. Utah fans are pretty bad, like Jazz fans. I can't even think of fan bases that I dislike. I think best fan bases, you're going to put the Blazers up there. I think Rip City's up there with best fan bases. But yeah, anyways, there we go. I don't even know what other takeaways there are. Like the rebounding. Well, I did want to see what was the offensive rebounds. Knicks had 8. Heat had 13, but so many of them came in the fourth quarter. They out rebounded them 44-35. And it was just bad. It was just bad. Mitchell Robinson played 33 minutes, only scooped up 7 boards. I mean, they just played flat. They played flat and it showed. Now they're down 3-1. They're down 3-1. And I don't know, you start thinking about the offseason and what that means for the Knicks and what do you do with Julius Randle? Like, it's weird because Jalen Brunson is great. He's been awesome. But I mean, like, does anybody, and maybe it's because we think about who Brunson was behind Luka, and then we see him get his own team in New York, right? And he plays great. He's had an incredible year. Like, he should have been on the All-Star team, like all NBA worthy. Can Brunson be the best team on a finals team? You know? And it's not Randall. Like, if those are your 2 best guys, is this your ceiling anyways, right? And I guess if you want to go the other way, the argument could be made like you don't have any shooting, right? Like RJ is not a consistent shooter. Grimes is like your best shooter, but I wouldn't be like, hell yeah, lights out. We got Quentin Grimes, baby. Obi Toppin, like McBride, Josh Hart. Like, these are the guys that are playing for you. And I think they're all fine on their own. But I think when they're playing, like, who's their 3rd best guy? Is RJ their 3rd best guy? And I know RJ's been better the last few games, but yeah, Shiggins is saying RJ needs to be an elite player, but he's not. I mean, he's actually been consistently scoring 22 to 26 points, I feel like, for the last, right? He was really bad the first 2 games of round 1 against Cleveland. But since that, and that's what, how many games? That's 4, 5. No, they played 3, 4, 6, 7. That's been 7 straight games where he's been playing a lot better. But he can't be like, they just don't have anybody that's great. They've got a lot of good players, and that gets exposed in the playoffs when you have Jimmy Butler, who's just like, I'm not losing. RJ is Harrison Barnes when he needs to be Jason Tatum. Wow, Shiggins, that's good. That's good. I think he's better than Harrison Barnes, but I get what you're saying. But yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what the Knicks do next. Like, they're going to need a free agent to come. I wonder, they still have a lot of draft capital. If they in the offseason are like, what if we go ham and go get somebody like Karl Anthony Towns, right? Something like that. I don't know. I don't know what they do. But Bing Bong Boys, sad days for the Bing Bong Boys. Somebody check in on Sean. I haven't seen any inflammatory prediction tweets in a while, but somebody check in. But again, same thing. I'll say the same thing about the Bing Bong Boys that we said Golden State, right? If they go in and they show some life in game 5 and all of a sudden it's 3-2, now the pressure goes back to Miami. You're like, holy shit, we got to close out in game 6. Otherwise we have to win game 7 on the road. Which, like, as we start to pivot towards tonight with the Celtics and Sixers and Denver and Phoenix, both of those home teams got to feel like they have to win tonight, right? Pivotal game 5s. I'm really excited for both of these games tonight. I'm also stressed. I'm excited that the Celtics game is first. I hope we get the W. Because I'm on the team. I hope they win just so I can enjoy the Denver Phoenix game without clenched jaw. I feel like I'll be very upset if they lose this game. Because as we talk about Celtics Sixers a little bit, it does feel like the Celtics are the better team, but the dumber team, and that's how they are 2-2. And now it just comes down. Like, if all of a sudden you get the Embiid monster performance, where he just shows up and he's healthy and he's not in shape, but is not gassed in the fourth quarter, and he just does his shit where he goes for 40 and 20. That's in the range of outcomes. And we haven't seen it yet. We've seen Harden have 2 great games, so I don't know if we're going to get a 3rd great game from him. But But yeah, I don't know. I expect the Celtics to shoot the ball a little bit better and to play with some intensity of like the fourth quarter defensive style that we saw in Philly. I expect to see that for almost the entire game. And I wouldn't be surprised if Boston kept a 10 to 18 point lead throughout most of the game. And then we'll be nervous for game 6. But that would be my bet. That would be my bet for tonight. I do think the Celtics are the better team. Denver Phoenix, man, I have no idea. We should recap what happened yesterday after. So we talked all about the Jokic giving Ishbia a flop. And so Jokic did not get suspended. So he's going to play tonight. He did get fined $25,000. Denver goes back home. The pivotal game 5 against Phoenix, who Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. So what did they combined for? I think it was 82 points in game 3 and 86 points in game 3, 72 points in game 4, I believe is what it was. And so can they do that on the road? Denver's going to play a little bit better at home. Denver's been an incredible home team all year long, under 500 road team. I don't know. I kind of think Denver takes this game. And then it probably goes 7. But I'm so excited for that one. I really am so excited. I think that's going to be a fun one. But that is our recap, baby. That is our recap. But it's looking like I feel like we're going to get Lakers Denver and then Celtics Heat and then it's probably Lakers Heat and everything's scripted and nothing is real and it's sad. It's sad. That's kind of what it feels like. All right, let's do another mental health check. But also before we do that, let's go back over to the giveaway reminder. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Lonnie. Also, make sure you check out our Twitter. How many retweets is that jumped to? 57. We're giving away a Tatum debut, a Brown debut, an Embiid debut, and a Harden debut on NBA Bottom Shot. So we're going to be doing all that. Oh, JJL says we all got Top Shot packs by predicting Jokic dominance. There you go. There you go, baby. But yeah, so stay tuned to all of those things. We'll give those Top Shot moments away on Friday. But we did one for Suns Nuggets, wanted to do one for Celtics Sixers, so that's exciting. I'll talk about we're going to talk a little NBA Top Shot. We're going to go over to Underdog a little bit, and then some Pookie, and then we'll roll. But let's do another mental health check over here. Let's do this one. I'm sorry this didn't come with a hand job. I just don't think it's included in the airdrops. That's stylistically, that's tough to include that in an airdrop. Wow, look at that mustache. We forgot about the mustache, baby. We forgot about it. All right, here we go. So we've got new drops, and here comes the drop. I'm actually going to go to the blog instead because I feel like the blog will be a little bit more helpful than everything else. All right, we'll do it this way. Bang, let's go. The NBA playoffs update, the champions path, present and future. All right, so whatever. We're just talking this. I think this is fine. Fast forward to June. The NBA season is over and free agency is about to start. The 2022-23 NBA champions will be on vacation. Their victory celebrated with a legendary NBA Finals backdrop. Their common NBA Finals moments being redeemed. Their Champions Challenge highlight reel reward earned and a championship year badge in all their moments. Goodbye to the past. All right, these are the updates. So by September, 100% of the unreleased common, rare, and Lego moments still in our inventory will either be distributed or burned. I thought that was interesting. Distributed or burned. Does that mean on September 29th, they're like, holy shit, we don't want to burn it? So giveaways. I wonder what that means. I think more likely this means like if these packs weren't purchased, we're just going to burn that shit, which is a good announcement. This summer, they're going to have a new distribution mechanism for all remaining unreleased Series 1 moments. That's good. This Thursday, all unsold inventory from the locker will be taken down. So there we go. 3+ million Series 2, Series 3 base moments inside these packs. Basically, the locker room, the thing that we wanted to see for the longest time, they're going to do. They're going to burn that ish. Your trade tickets, collectors will have other opportunities to use trade tickets that have been accumulated. So this is funny because this feels like a really good announcement, but they're like, we're not going to tell you what it is. Win a trip to the NBA draft, whatever, collect legendary. Okay, your shot at rookie revelations. More details about these packs will be shared later. But with just 1,340 available, they'll mark the smallest and most exclusive pack drop of Series 4 so far. Cool. The final Top Shot 50 and MGLE drops are now live, so we'll go over to that here in a second. And are available for reservation until May 10th. So that's fun. All right. What else we got? Top Shot 50 leaderboard, all that stuff. I want to make sure MGLE, there's 3,700 MGLE packs for a cost of $69. Hashtag nice. for the follow the same Dapper bounce back. So the Dapper bounce back thing is cool. We do like that. So this is all happening this week. Here we go. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else that we really need to cover about this. I saw Boston Bay saying I like this pack, this blog format. I do agree about that as well. I don't really care about the set challenges. I think that's really it. I think that's hitting most of the stuff. I think overall, this was like a pretty good blog announcement. I think there was a lot of stuff here. I'm still just like, it's weird. I think, oh, I'm like, here you go, JJL. Sorry about that. I think I don't, I both think this is good information and also don't care about the packs. Like, I'm just not interested. You can't talk me into buying packs right now. And as you see, right, so when we look at the Lego drop, the Top Shot 50, sorry, let me go back to this one. $499 for a pack. Now, if you are someone who is a Brandon Frazier and the Whale, you're going to get some Dapper balance back. I mean, I think that's great. That definitely makes sense to go after it if all of a sudden you're cutting this price in half or you're saving $100 on it. But then I think if you're buying it at full price, because people are getting it for like $299 or $399, and you're buying it at $499, you have to know that some of those people, those types of people are selling these moments, are going to sell it, like, is a lot cheaper for them to sell it at. Like, they're still making a profit if they sell it for like 300 instead of 500. You know what I'm saying? So I just would keep that in mind if you're buying at full price. So here's some of the moments you can pull. Let's view them all. I'm not going to watch them, but just kind of go over them. All right. So, oh my God, don't show me Spotlight. So here we go. We got a Bam top 50, Jaylen Brown, Sabonis, SGA, Hard On, Kyrie Irving, Marcus Smart, Steph Curry, Chris Paul, KD, Maxey, OG, Allen, Mikal Bridges, Clay, The Claw, Jeremy Grant, Brooke Lopez, Trae Young, Desmond Bain, DeMar DeRozan, LeBron, Franz, Bradley, Randall, Darius Garland, Giannis. Oh, wait, no, these are MGLEs. Sorry, I should have stopped at 99. So let's stop at Darius Garland. No, Giannis. Giannis is one of those as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I think there are definitely some good pulls in there, and there's some bad ones, right? So obviously you get a Giannis, you get a LeBron, you get a Steph that's like, oh my God, we did it. And then there's some Jeremy Grants in there that are going to hurt your heart. There's some even Darius Garland, who I like, Bradley Beal, like those types of players aren't going to have that same oomph on it. So I just don't think there's a world in which I'm lining up for a pack that costs this much, you know? I guess you could make the argument, what if the Lakers go to the finals, though? Did you think about that? Because if the Lakers go to the finals, that means there's an opportunity for LeBron to get a championship badge. And did you ever think, like, maybe this championship badge is his last championship badge? Like, all of that stuff could happen, right? So sure, that's fine. You want to play that wild hypothetical? Cool, go for it. And maybe that has some value into it. But, I don't know. Is anybody out there? Anybody out there going for this pack? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Yes, you are going for a $499 pack. No, you are not. Curious how people are reacting to some of the news there for the pack drops. So I don't want this to seem like a FUD alert. I actually think a lot of the stuff that they're doing makes sense and is good. I thought that blog announcement was really solid. But for me, I'm out there not buying packs. All right. J-Bus says no. Orion says no. Andor says no. Botavine with a hell no. Keeper no. Willis hell no. Will DeTulio no. John no. Is anybody? All right. Now I just got a MGLE pack. We're going to go one. Well, I'll check that. They put all the mids in drop one and all the peaks and bottoms in drop two. And I'm not sure if that's cool. Yeah, I did notice that too. That you're either going to get a huge dub or a big old L. So that'll be cute. That'll be interesting. Top Shot has been doing good in general. Should have done this like a year ago. Yeah, it also, I saw gunning for Jeremy Grant. Good luck, NDH. Rip City, baby. I saw the first mint. I haven't listened, but I just saw like the title and read the blog this morning or the newsletter that they did. Their podcast was just kind of like Top Shot being dead, but it wasn't really about Top Shot being dead, just kind of like all NFTs being dead because just there's a disinterest. Nobody cares. Which I think that goes back to what Chickens was saying, that it's not, they have been doing a much better job lately. But I just don't know what moves the needle anymore. And that's not necessarily their fault. Society. Blame societal. Anyways, Paul said he probably will JBB EV depending. Yeah, we're going to see what the extra virgin number is. But anyways, that is the Trap Shot update there. To be honest, I haven't bought a pack this year, just waiting around and doing easy challenges for packs. There you go, Andor. But listen, I think like the positive is maybe this is just some straight PTSD thinking, but I think a lot of us are there now too, where it's just like, yeah, I'll just get in when I want to get in, but that pressure to be on top of everything, to be following everything, right? Like when there's so many challenges that come out that there's no hype around the challenges themselves, right? And there was a time last year and the year before that we would be like, we'd straight up schedule a show around a challenge announcement. We'd be like ready to be like, okay, what does this mean? Speculative or like bottlenecks, all that stuff, right? And now because there's so many of them, there's just no like, yeah, if you like them, you'll check the announcement. And if you don't, it doesn't matter, right? Like there's no, which I guess is a good thing because that doesn't mean there's wild swings based on like stupid things that are out of people's control. But it also, I think, is a bad thing because people don't care as much anymore. Or there's a smaller number that care. But anyways, Boston Base says I could spend $3.99 and land a LeBron and be happy, or land and not be able to withdraw that dapper and be so sad. Yeah, I know it's true. Yeah, so I don't know, and I don't even, again, I don't even know if that's Top Shot's fault. I think they wanted to take some of the volatility out, and by the way that they've handled both like the fandom sets and the champions, all that stuff, right? I do think that they I think it was intentional that they took some of that out. I think they wanted to take some of that volatility out. But I think one of the after effects of that, I think you're even seeing it in some of the redemptions. And I think the redemption stuff has been awesome. Like, I think this is such a move in the right direction. It's such like a fun way to play this game. I think a lot of people are having fun with it, right? But I do think because of the like drinking water through the fire hose challenge experience, where it's just like ping, ping, ping. Here's another challenge, Spotlight Series challenge, the Flash challenge. We've got this series challenge. We got this predictive challenge. Because there's so much of that, the redemption kind of feels like a more complex challenge, right? But a challenge nonetheless. And so, like, I know for me personally, I was like, oh, this is dope. I'm excited that this is happening. People seem really into it. This seems like a step in the right direction. I'm not going to pay attention. Like just because it's another thing. I don't know. My brain has now been trained not to pay attention. But I don't know. Maybe that's just my personal experience, and people like completely disagree. And they're like, no, dude, I've been rock hard. I have been blue chewing for 4 straight weeks ever since the redemptions were announced. Hashtag ad, hashtag promo. Also, speaking of that, well, no, that's inside baseball. I don't want to talk promo stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious what other people's thoughts are on it. But that's kind of where I landed. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm definitely not lining up for either of these packs. I'll tell you that right now. I think if there's something that I'd really want, I'd just go get it. Shiggins was saying volatility was the funnest part of the experience. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I love I think a lot about, and I'm obviously coming at this from a content play. But I think a lot of people would agree, like some of the doggos here, some of the best part about this like experience was like the community-based stuff being like, oh my God, who's got the best shot at getting like the first to 10 rebounds, whatever the challenge would be, right? There was just like some fun, almost like community aspect to it. And now it's just kind of like, closest thing that you're seeing is like, who wants to trade? You want to trade redemptions or whatever, I just feel like it's a little bit different now. But I don't know. We'll see. I would love to be wrong about all that stuff. Let's I'll quickly look at the MGLEs too, since I wanted to take a peek at both drops. But also let's remind the party people in the house, his house, do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Lonnie. JJL says I'm rock hard on engagement, but like I really have the passion. Do I really have the passion as much? Not so much. Yeah. And I know in JJL, you're like deep in it, man. You're deep in it. You're keeping it alive, baby. All right, let's go over to the MGLE drop. Let's check it out now. So this goes live. Does it go live? No, it is live right now. All right, so $69, nice. Let's see what the MGLEs we're looking at here. All right, I don't care about spotlights. We got Jaden Ivey. Okay, that's a rookie. Also, shout out Jaden Ivey, second team all rookie. I actually was kind of surprised by that. I thought he would get on the first team, but second team all rookie. We got KD, Michael Porter Jr., James Harden, LeBron. So you go. You can get a LeBron MGLE or a LeBron Lego. Vassell, Bane, Capella. Is that it? I said, all right. So you're getting one. No, Steph's in there as well. Why is it not just going in order? We got DeJounte. All right, this is too confusing to look at since they're not in order, so we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. I know there's another way, but I don't care. So $69, anyways. Who's lining up for an MGLE? So we already did the legendary. Anybody lining up for the $69 MGLE pack? Anybody doing that one? What's nice about that, again, if you're getting that little kickback that they're doing, it makes it a little bit easier. It's a little bit less risk too. Oh, there we go. Yeah, what's going on outside, bro? What's going on outside? He's got patrolling. We patrolling. But yeah, I don't know. Anybody else? Will's not doing it, I guess, because the rebates. Yeah, I mean, the rebates make sense. Like if you are in rebate season, it totally makes sense to go after this. And again, I still think that's solid that they're doing the rebates. I do wonder how long they're able to do it, but like I at some point they're not going to be able to just continue to give money back. But anyways, all right, I'm going to quickly go over to Underdog to show you what we're cooking with over here. So we are now officially 4 games through, right? 4 games. Every team has played 4, and right now we have 12 teams going through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we've got 4 teams in 13th. We're in pretty good shape. I thought I thought it would be way more beneficial for me for the Warriors to win this series. And I do think it is because I have way more 3-man stacks of the Warriors, but you'll see a lot of my Warriors are partnered up with 2 Lakers, right? So we got 3 Celtics, 3 Warriors, LeBron and AD. We've got 2 Suns, 2 Lakers, 2 Heat. There were some other ones too. 3 Celtics, 2 Warriors, but then LeBron and AD, 5 Nuggets and 2 Celtics, 3 Celtics, LeBron, AD, and Steph. So we're actually in pretty good shape. I mean, like the goal was to get 8 or 9 into the next round. And the fact that we're sitting here at like a pretty good position to get at least double digits through with the outside shot of getting like 13 or 14. We'll see. I'm high. I thought your shirt said friend of the poo. No, it says pod, but poo would be fun. I am friend of the poo. Boston Bay said, I'm hoping they announce a big new trade ticket pack this Thursday to replace the dead one, new burning. Yeah, maybe we'll see. What's the top prize? What's the top prize for this? Good question. The top prize here is $100K. So when we look at the prizes here, first is $100K, second $40K, third $20K. But basically the goal here, the finals is the top 260 make the finals. And these are $10 entries. So we've already gotten some money back, right? So just getting out of the first round, I believe you got $10 back. If I get out of the second round, I think I get $50 back. So we're in good shape to get all of our money back. That goes to oversubscribers right now. No, but if you sign up for Underdog, by the way, if you sign up for Underdog using promo code HOLD, HOLD, sign up for Underdog using promo code HOLD. You get 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. And Boston Base, I tell you what, that goes to oversubscribers. So there you go. Let's actually look at a pick'em for tonight. We'll do that. Let's go look at a pick'em here. Let's see if we got anything good. Let's do NBA. We'll do a Celtics Sixers special. I do think we're going to get a big Embiid game. I'm just going to go higher on 11 rebounds. I think this is an easy double-digit rebound spot. I think I'm going to go lower on 35 points, rebounds, and assists from James Harden. And then we're going to go to the Celtics side of things. And I think we're getting a big Tatum game. I do. I think we're getting a big Tatum game today. I think he's going to come out and shoot the lights out. But I think I'm going to go boards, actually, even though I do like, oh, yeah, there we go. Over on the Tatum boards. There you go, with the people. So we're going to put 10 on this. And if we win this bet, we get 60 back. So it's 6X because we're doing 3. So over on Embiid boards, under on points, rebounds, and assists on Harden. And then over on boards for Tatum. And there we go. I'll share this pick in the link if you guys want to go. AJL says under on Celtics win. No, Celtics are winning tonight. I feel good about the Celtics winning tonight. I feel good about it. All right, the other thing I wanted to do, we got to go back over to Pookie. So we're proud to be a Pookie sponsorship for the month of May. We're excited to be partnered up with Pookie. You can find a link in the description. Let me drop it in the chat right now. Pookie's fun, man. I've been having a good time here. I like that it's that you have the basic free opportunity as well. Also, I realize, am I sharing screen yet? Hold on. Let me go back over the StreamYard stream. All right, just drop the link into the chat. So go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, I'm excited to mess around with Pookie a little bit more here. Let me go back to their main page because we're gonna buy a Pokeball off the marketplace. All right, baby, we're gonna buy one off the marketplace. But I wanted to give a little bit more background on Pook because I didn't do a great job doing that last time. So we're having fun. This is basically it's a fun competitive prediction game that's a little bit different than sports betting, right? So you still have the opportunity to win prizes, right? And win ETH. Oh, right. Excuse me, Matic. But the Pokeballs not only boost your prediction, right? So every time you get a Pokeball, it basically allows you a lifetime entry into these contests, right? So instead of making the bet, so you're betting like $10, and then if you lose $10. In this world, you don't lose because you can just fire up again the next game week. But it not only boosts your prediction according to its rarity and attributes, so based on which Pokeball you get, it gives you access to. It also gives you a little boost in your rarity and your attributes, but it's, as I said, lifetime entry. So you'll have the chance to win when placing high on the leaderboards. And if you want to stop playing, you can simply sell. So you can sell these Pookies on the secondary market as well. All right. I think that answered some of those questions that I know I didn't do a great job last time. But so go sign up for Pookie. Let's get a Pokeball since they just had a drop here. There's 86 available. Holy crap. Wow. So rare, epic, and legendary all sold out already. Holy crap. Yeah, it is a lifetime entry. It is a lifetime entry. So sign up. Let's go. I'm going to buy a common one right now. And I'll show you what this looks like here. We're going to go to the United States of America. And this is all done on Polygon. But I believe you can also add a credit card and pay that way if you wanted to. But I've got some Matic, so I'm going to do that right now. Hold on. I got to log in. I got to log into my Matic. All right. Why is it not? Whew. All right. I don't know why it is not connecting to my wallet. Hold on one sec. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to exit out of it and then come right back in. But I'm going to buy a common Pookie here. Let's do it again. Let's go to the marketplace. I swooped all the good Pookies. Wow. How dare you, dude? How dare you? Boston Base out there scooping. Let me try this one more time. So it's 25 Matic, and it tells you exactly like what that. Why isn't this? Did happen to me last time too. All right, we'll come back and buy Pookie in a little bit here. Let's go back to the play. And for those that saw it, we smashed the 3-1. We smashed the 3-1 Arsenal Chelsea match earlier this week. So let's go over to the Premier League. It's not NBA, but you want to know what? You want to know what's exciting about this? So right now it's just football, but we believe the NBA is coming. It looks like tennis might be coming next and then possibly the NBA after that. But I had a call about that yesterday. So they are doing it. Does Kels love your short haircut? That's a great question, JJL. I should ask about that. All right, I don't know. I think she likes it. I don't think she'd tell me otherwise, or maybe she would. All right, let's go to match day. This starts in 3 days. This one starts in 10 days. Let's go see what we can do here. Let's do some predictions here. So this is what we would do. We'd go through, make some predictions. Now, again, does it tell me which one? No, I don't. The Pokeball that I own does not play. And again, you can do this for free too. So like I have purchased a couple of Pokeballs, so I have the ability to play in some of these leagues that have a prize pool of right now too. The one other thing to mention, the prize pool is around 660 Matic, which is like $650, I believe. But as more people join and sign up, the prize pool grows too. So it's not like that is that prize pool isn't the same. It's an ever-changing, growing prize pool based on how many new people sign up, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna say Leeds. No, we're gonna say Newcastle gets the W here, and it's gonna be a 1-0. 1-0. So this is 181 base points if we get this right, and we get boosted points of 215 based on my Pokeball. So that gives me an extra boost right there. So there we go. That kind of shows you how this works. And what you would do is you'd predict for all of them. And then based on how you do, it gets you climbing up the leaderboard and a shot to win some cash prizes. So I'd have to do all 10 predictions. We're not going to do it yet because we have a couple of days. We have a couple of days before that happens. Let me go back over to the marketplace for a second and see if I can let me try this one more time. And this isn't a Pookie situation. This happened to me yesterday. This is actually my there's something going on where I have to like log out and then log back in and then it would work. But anyways, go check out Pookie. We've been having fun with it. We also have a link in the Discord too for all you Pookie heads. I'm going to share the link one more time too to sign up. And again, make a free account. It's free. You'll be ready to go for when basketball or tennis comes, but we're messing around with football now. So have some fun with it, baby. Have some fun with it. We're going to set up a private contest for this one too. Well, we'll do the best team hold finisher will win a Pookie ball. So we'll have some fun with that. So get excited. I'll explain that contest a little bit more tomorrow. But yeah, sign up for Pookie, baby. All right. Last call to like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Lonnie. Remember, we've got playback tonight for game 5, the pivotal game 5. Who do you guys have winning this one? Celtics or Sixers? Put it in the chat. Celtics or Sixers? Put it in the chat. Also want to say we climbed up over 2,200 and 9,220 subs. Are you kidding me? We're cooking. We're cooking. We've been absolutely smoking, right? Let me just double check. 9,222 subscribers. So we're still cooking, on our way to 10K. On our way to 10K. All right, let's see. Let's see what are people saying here. We got Celtics by 12. You bleed green. Celtics by 10. Celtics in 6. Merkemice is taking the Sixers. JJL, I think, is doing some reverse psychology, and he's taking the Sixers as well. J Blaze got the C's. T-Man the C's. Boston Bays. Yeah, Weisberg's right, too. We are at 4. No, I think we're 3 away. I think we're at 497. 497 members in Playback. You can find a link to Playback. Playback's also free, so do me a favor. Go just click the links, guys. The links are good for all of us, all right? This is like the opposite of an NFT rug. You know what I'm saying? When they're like, don't click links in your DMs. You can click these links. These links are secure. My links are good. My links are good. Ooh, 76ers by 6, says Willis. Okay. Okay. All right. As always, I appreciate everyone being here today. I hope you guys had some fun. We had some good basketball last night. So I got to tell you, I have way more fun doing these shows now that it's just a couple of like good games every night. And shout out the Warriors and Lakers for actually giving us a close game. You know, that never happens in this series anyways. All right, if you win this thing, shoot me a DM. Make sure you check out our Twitter too. We have a fun giveaway for Celtics and Sixers. I'm not going to tell you what it is again because it takes too long, but go check it out. All right, winner, chicken dinner. It's Joe Oliver. Dude, Joe Oliver has been on a heater. Joe has been on a heater. Joe, shoot me a DM. Congrats on your W. I hope everybody has a good day. I was about to say happy Thursday. I can't believe it's only Tuesday. I am shook. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. We out.